and welcome to my November hits, and oh god knows, I cannot for the life of me cope with the fact that November is over and we're landed upon December. It's the last month of the year. It's the most glamlicious time of the year. Oh my god. I personally love December. I love how glam everything gets and all the lights everywhere, and I just love December. I love Christmas. I love spending time with my family. So to be saying goodbye to November is crazy, but I'm so ready for it. Anyways, guys, without any further ado, if you would like to know what my hits and oh god knows were for the month of November, then keep on watching. All right, so the first product I want to mention is the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. Now, I saw this everywhere on YouTube, and I was kind of skeptical about this because I am a true and firm believer of oils to take your makeup off with. It gets it all off so quickly, and it is what has worked for me for all these years. So to see people really rave about the Clinique Balm, it piqued my interest, and finally I bought it a couple of weeks ago, and I must say I am really impressed by this. And I'm gonna be like so real with you right now. I know for a fact that Clinique has done a lot of sponsorships lately, so I'm not gonna lie, I took it with a little grain of salt. I wasn't sure if people actually loved it. So I just strapped on my balls and went out and tried it, and I've been loving it ever since. You only need the tiniest amount, which I like because it is pricey, but you only need a tiny little bit, and then you massage your face with it, and then you will see your makeup melting off. You rinse it off with water and you're clean as a baby butt. So I'm a huge fan of how little you need to actually take a thick layer of makeup off with. I am highly impressed by that. I don't necessarily like the price on this because I cannot use this on my eyes. I prefer a solo eye makeup remover to really get all my waterproof hardcore makeup off with. But for the face, this is awesome. It is a little pricey, but it does what it's supposed to do, and I'm really impressed by it. And I'm not sponsored to say that, so there you go. Next up, another skincare product I've been really obsessed with, and I know it looks like I use nothing, but again, you only need a tiny little bit. Plus, it has a backstory. Character development. This right here is by Pixi. It is called the Skin Treats Glow Tonic Exfoliating Toner with 5%, oh, that hand is ratchet. 5% glycolic acid, aloe vera, and ginseng. This stuff, I've used this for I think a year, 2 years ago, and you know how you use certain skincare products for a long time and you're like, why am I even using that? I feel like it's not doing anything for my skin. I kind of had that feeling with this one. I tossed it away for about a year, and I noticed my skin just not being like its true normal self. And I did some research and I was like, it's gotta be the toner that I tossed, because ever since it hasn't been the same. So I bought this again. I believe you can get this at Target. It's by Pixi, and I use this right after cleaning my face with the Clinique, and I just tone my face with it, and it does kind of tingle. It doesn't burn, but it gives you a warming tingle, and I like that because I feel like stuff is actually happening when I feel that tingle on my face. I really feel it cleaning up my skin and setting all the pH levels back to neutral, and I love that. And it actually does leave your skin looking glowing after. So I'm really glad this is back in my life. I've used it for about 3 weeks now. You only need the tiniest bit, and I like rubbing it in those problem areas, and it gets me right and clean, and I'm really impressed by this stuff, and it's affordable, which I like as well. Oh gosh, by the way, before anyone comments what is on my lips, I'm wearing the Kylie Matte Liquid Lipstick in Ginger, and I topped it off with this Jouer lip topper in Tan Lines. This is now back in stock, so it's been out of stock for a while. So if you, plans, can you give me a minute here? I know this has been out of stock for quite a bit, but it's now back in stock, so if you want it, you can get it. You should be quick because they go fast. But if you're wondering, that is what is on my lips today. It's plain though. It's disrespectful to my viewers, really. Go away. Alrighty, next up I have this MAC foundation called the Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. And I've had this for a long time, and I used it, and I mean, I liked it, but it didn't leave like a wow impression with me. It had beautiful coverage, but I don't know what did it that didn't make it stick with me. So a couple of weeks ago, I did my Perry Edwards Little Mix shout out to my ex makeup tutorial. And I know that Perry's makeup artist actually used this foundation on her for the music video. So that's why I incorporated it into my video. And ever since that video, I've been obsessed with this stuff right here. It is high coverage, but it's a thin layer. It's high coverage, but you don't need to work for it. It feels so lightweight and amazing on the skin. And what really sells it to me is that it stays on so beautifully throughout the day. And the term waterproof foundation actually is, I trust it, I believe it, because I noticed when I use this foundation, I have a really oily T-zone, and I noticed that with this foundation, my T-zone doesn't get quite as oily as with other foundations, so I am impressed by this baby. It is perfect for long makeup days where you want to make sure that your face is intact all day long. I am highly impressed. I highly recommend this if you want a medium to full coverage foundation that lasts and lasts and lasts, baby. Also, in one of my recent videos, I was using the new LA Girl Pro Conceal foundation, and we all know how that kind of ended up looking on me. And they came out with a white foundation in that range. And I told you guys how I kind of wished there was a white concealer. Well, baby, in the comments, you came through and you let me know that they have a white concealer. So I went out and bought it. And I'm not gonna lie, the first time I got it, I was like, but it is a highlighter. It is shiny. It looks like a glow. I don't necessarily want my under eye lines to glow and get attention, but it isn't until you really squirt, I hate that word. It isn't until you really squeeze the product out is when you get the white concealer. I feel like the concealer has a high, almost glow to it. It isn't a glitter. It isn't, well, it is a little bit shiny. It has a glow to it. And at first that put me off because who wants white, glowy under eyes? I actually kind of want that, but you know what I'm saying here. It kind of put me off until I mixed it with another concealer, and it just gradually makes the concealer you mix it with to lighten it. It just makes it glow so beautifully, and it really enhances the under eye area. And yeah, I'm really happy with this. With this, I can now lighten any concealer, foundation, and it leaves a beautiful glow to it. A setting spray I've been obsessed with is by NYX. This right here is called the Dewy Finish Setting Spray. And they come in two versions. They have the dewy and they have the matte. I have both, but I gravitate towards the dewy one more because I feel like the matte almost kind of makes you look too matte, and although I love a matte face and blinding areas, it makes your overall makeup look a little bit more natural when you have a more dewy finish on your face. So I like going in with this spray right after I finish my entire look. I just spritz, 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 and it just transforms any excessive powder into a nice dewy skin version of the powder. People always ask me how I avoid looking too cakey, and this is the secret right here. When you feel like you have too much powder on there, or you went in a little bit too hard with the baking, or you just feel like it's all a little bit too much, try spraying with a makeup setting spray, and it will all just kind of melt the makeup together and make it look nice and natural and beautiful and photoshopped and flawless. It's one of my favorite tricks to do, and I've been really enjoying the NYX Dewy Finish makeup setting spray because it does what it's supposed to do, and it makes me look radiant and dewy. So that is what I want from the finishing spray, and it's doing that, so I highly recommend it. Plus it's affordable. Next up, I just have to talk about this eyeshadow palette right here. This is by Raine, and if we're talking about Raine, I feel like Raine is one of the most underrated makeup brands out there. I feel like a lot more people should be talking about Raine because the quality of their products is insane. They They are so pigmented, buttery, and easy to work with, and it kind of hurts my feelings that almost nobody is talking about them. So I am here to share the light on their newest launch. This right here is the Queen of Hearts eyeshadow palette, and I used it in my previous video. I have shown this on Snapchat, but this palette is so beautiful for fall and winter. It has a perfect mix of matte colors, high shiny colors, a little bit less shiny colors. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. This color right here called Air, Royal Prerogative, Duchess are all beautiful neutral colors. I'm wearing the palette on my eyes today. I think the shimmers are so incredibly pigmented. Like, look. Bam, baby. Like, the pigment on this palette is absolutely surreal. And for the price point, this retails for, I believe, $45. $45 or $50. It's $45 or $50 for this palette right here. You get high quality makeup that will help you blend like a pro, that will make your makeup look just so beautifully done without putting too much effort into it. It just glides on the eye so easily and beautifully. I really wish a lot more people are talking about color Raine. I highly believe in this palette right here. It comes with 12 colors, 12 beautiful, richly pigmented colors, and I cannot stop raving about this palette. If you are on the hunt for colors like this, I highly suggest you taking a look at this palette right here. I love Color Raine as a brand. They are so genuine and so real, and you kind of need this in your life, guys. Okay, of course, this one, you saw this one coming from a mile away. The Rodial contour powder. Okay, let me get this straight here. The Rodial Instaglam Compact Deluxe Contouring Powder in number 3. Ever since I picked this baby up, I haven't looked at my Kevyn Aucoin medium sculpting powder enhancer thingy. Ever since I picked this one up, I haven't even thought about that one. This has just such a, first time I saw it, I was kind of scared because it has such a cool undertone. I was like, that is gonna look like mud on my face. But I went in with my brush, I contoured my cheekbones to filth, and it just looked right. It just looked perfect. It looked like a shadow. It looked like my cheeks were naturally enhanced, all because of this powder. Now, do I think this fits all skin tones? Absolutely not. I think if you are anywhere from NC 35 and up, I think this is gonna be too ashy on you, just keeping it real with you. But if you are more on the light, fair skin tone range, I think this is stunning on you. It naturally sculpts the face so beautifully. And ever since I've gotten this, I haven't been able to put it down. I love the packaging. It has like faux leather and like the chrome and just the R. I think it's a really, really high quality contouring powder, so I really highly recommend it. And yeah, if you're on the hunt for a new contour powder, check this one out. Last but certainly not least, I want to talk about a fragrance that I've been obsessed with. This one is by Senza, and it is a New York glamorous Fifth Avenue Eau de Parfum. Eau de Parfum. This is a perfume that I got gifted to by my mom. Yeah, love you, Mom. She knows I love fragrances and I love anything like sweet but mysterious. And baby, that's this right here. This is, I describe it as a sweet, mysterious ride through a mysterious park, being followed by your crush, waiting to be kissed in the glow light. Does that even make sense? It's right. It's just so beautiful and sexy and confident. So yeah, thank you so much, Mom, for gifting this to me. I love, love, love it. Look how much I use already. I love it. I've only had this for about 3 weeks. So that's it, guys. Those were all my hits for the month of November. And without any further ado, let's go right on to the Oh God No. Oh yeah. No. This right here is the Foundation Primer in Hydrating by Laura Mercier. And I bought this because I heard great things about Laura Mercier as a brand, and I heard great things about her primers, and everyone is raving about that powder, which I don't necessarily love too much either. I felt like there was so much love and trust for Laura Mercier products, so I felt at ease buying this primer from her. I know she does a lot of primers, and this one right here is hydrating because, like I said, I have a oily T-zone, really dry outer portion of my face. I need that hydration and moisturization, but I also need something that is going to keep my makeup on longer. And this primer right here does neither of all the above. I put this on and I just massage it into my face, and I feel like it's not doing anything. It doesn't improve longevity of my makeup. It doesn't make my face feel more softened or moisturized. It doesn't really do a whole lot for me other than just putting a soft, sticky layer onto my face of nothing that evaporates into thin air in seconds. It hurts me because it's a pricey primer. In all honesty, you're better off saving your coins and going for the NYX Hydro Touch. I've been really liking this one as well. Compared to the Laura Mercier, the NYX one actually does hydrate and prepares your skin for makeup, and I feel like this is just not doing anything. And that, guys, is where I'm gonna put a stop at it. Those were my hits and a God knows for the month of November. What were yours? Let me know in the comment section down below. For a full list of every single product mentioned and used, go to my description box or NikkieTutorials.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. That all is NikkieTutorials. As always, if you enjoyed watching this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you so much for watching. Again, how was your November? Are you excited for December? Let me know, and hopefully I will see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.